So, more forging pancakes. I'm just perpetually always in the same thing with the same thing. Not a bad thing. Probably a bad thing. I'm just really bad with technology. That's the good thing about Dagger here. You don't have any technology, actually. I mean, even event organizers have the right to like totally exclude people or persons just because of what they're wearing is too modern, or pretty much any reason, actually. They can be real powerful people. Grr, so powerful. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so violating any local, county, state, or federal laws is obviously against the rules in Dagger here. You don't want to do that. There's a couple other things that you're not supposed to do, like, endangering the ability to use event-related facilities or related equipment. So basically, you don't want to trash the place because that's just bad form. It seems silly that I would have to mention that, but there are a lot of people, for example, the unit Corpus Monstrum at the last Forging Pangea event. Forging Pangea is where we get the name Forging Pancakes, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Corpus Monstrum showed up, fought, drank everyone's alcohol, left their campsite a complete wreck, and kind of did like a midnight runaway. They all disappeared in the middle of the night on the second day of the event. That's generally a bad thing, because everyone else had to clean it up so that we can, continue to use the event site. Now, Forging Pangea is Texas's largest event. It's generally small in terms of Dagger Hero events. It only hosts about 200 people, but it includes things that are non-Dagger Hero related, like mud wrestling and Face in the Mud and the Gladiator Pit, which is super, super fun. Everyone loves the Gladiator Pit because essentially you're chained to someone else and you got to fight your way to the top. And at the end, the two people who are chained together have to fight each other to find out who gets their freedom. There's castle battles with entire built castles. There's griffin battles. There's all sorts of really, really fun things at Forging Pangea. But the one thing that they still haven't had is pancakes. They're supposed to have pancakes. I mean, I guess, because Dagger here is awesome and pancakes are awesome, so why don't they have the same? I don't know. Makes no sense. But every year we kind of make the joke that we should definitely forge some pancakes at Forging Pangea. So Forging Pancakes it is. Now, back to the general rules of Dagger here. Disobeying any Dagger here related requests or instructions of those in charge of events will lead to expulsion from the game and possibly the campground. Anything not noted above, but negatively impacting a Dagger Hero event or deeming to cast Dagger Hero as a whole in an unsuitable manner, it can also lead to ejection from the game, being banned from parks, being banned from anywhere. So there are chapters or realms or parks. Essentially, a group of 5 to 100 people that show up at the same park reliably on given days in a given place. So, say every Sunday we fight here at Lions Club. That's our park, Fay Hill. Risenstat fights in Cedar Park up, I forget what their actual park is called, but it's somewhere in Cedar Park. They have a park, and there's 40 of them that just go out every Sunday and they fight. Saturdays and Sundays seem to be the most common days to hold practices, simply because they're it's when everybody's off, so that's just when we do it. So there are multiple types of weapons, and we'll cover that in a later segment, but just know that your types of weapons are going to be red, blue, green, yellow, white, and black. So the handheld ones are red, green, and blue. Red and blue can both also be green. Blue is minimum 12 inches and 12 ounces, maximum 47 inches or 47, whatever, smaller than 48 inches, and less than 24 ounces. Now red starts there at 24 ounces and 48 inches, and a red can be as long as you want. I mean, if you can hold a 32-foot pole, go right ahead. Granted, Either of those could be green. What green means is legal to stab with, so it's stab legal. Blue are hacking and smashing weapons. Red are two-handed hacking and smashing weapons. Green is poking weapons. Weapons that are green only would be a dagger, which is a small stabby thing, or a spear, which is a long stabby thing. Or you could put a stabby tip on virtually anything, like a sword, for example. Now, it has to be stab legal or else you can't stab with it. So I can't have a blue weapon and stab someone with it. The reason why is you could have exposed core, like exposed core material. Your core materials are very frequently going to be fiberglass, wood, really hard plastic polymers, generally really hard polymers, or in the event of like, yeah, just let's not do that. So airborne missile weapons are the only ones that are allowed to strike the head. The head is not a legal target zone. We'll start talking right now about legal target zones. So all of this right here, nothing can hit the head with the exception of javelins, arrows, and rocks. So that would be white and yellow weapons. Now, the yellow weapons, if they hit you anywhere, you lose your limb, they go through armor, it's great. White weapons, rocks, only work if they hit you in the head. If they hit you in the neck, they don't count. If anything else ever hits you in the neck, other than a javelin or an arrow, it also doesn't count, because the head and the neck is not a legal target. Now, the second you get to your trap, so farther down, that does count because it's torso. It definitely does take a little bit of assistance in making that distinction, but once you've clarified it, and again, once you read through the MOA, the link is attached, you will definitely find a way and means of doing it, and you'll feel better about it, and you'll be able to better understand and engage in fighting. Thank you.